Flippin' Steve here. Another day, Saturday morning. Probably not going to do a video on Super Bowl Sunday. This Saturday video might not upload until Monday. And guys, I feel like I might have to pull back on the content a little bit. I've been putting out videos almost daily up to like every other day, and that's just not my style. And I feel like the more and more I put out videos, the less and less time you guys have to watch them. Sometimes people trying to catch up with their favorite YouTube content creators and such, they have so many people that they watch that they can't get through them in a day. So if I was to stack my videos one after another and oversaturate it, more than likely my viewership would fall off just because you guys just don't have the time to watch everything, and I absolutely don't blame you. Just saw the crazy one out of the corner of my eye running by the yard, man. We got to check up on her. Oh, the crazy one. She sees something in the bush. What is she doing? I really don't have a set topic to blab at you guys about today, so I'm probably just going to ramble on. I do have some cards that I'm expecting in the mail. I'm trying to pull some deals on veriswap and Instagram. Really trying to get some deals done on Instagram. If I pull off those deals throughout the day, you guys will be the first to see it. I do post cards to Instagram that I pick up typically before I show them in a video, just because videos take time. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to see what I'm buying before I show them in the video, go over there and give me a follow. Flipping_Steve from the 302. Yeah, right. If you know Delaware, if you know what the 302 means, comment below. Got the little horseshoe crab on there. I do have some raw cards starting to pile up. So one thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to evaluate some of those. I'll let you guys see the procedure and the tools that I use to evaluate my raw cards, and then I will be submitting them to PSA. The ones that I have coming in only make sense to send there. For it being the middle of February, it's actually a beautiful day here in the 302, and boom, I did get some packages from the post office. We'll take a look at those sometime this video. Look. She has been spotted. One thing I'm really trying to do right now, besides make a play on some of the quarterbacks that I'm, hoping catch some hype going into the season, whether it's around draft time or come national time, it's typically been Kyler Murray and Justin Fields for me. That is no secret. There are a couple ones that are just so cheap that every now and then you take a flyer on those. Actually, Trey Lance is one of those guys that comes to mind. You never know what's going to happen with his career. It's just been kind of in limbo. He's in Dallas. You don't know what's going to happen. His cards are dirt cheap. Really, if you wanted to put $100 into Trey Lance right now, you could lose $80 to $100, but then there could be some upside there. So, you can find some cards. I'll show you what I'm talking about. A few cards I thought I would buy that would be fun and see what happens. With this encased BGS 9.5, numbered out of 25, with an autograph 10. This card, a couple years ago, maybe even last year, before he lost his job and was traded, probably would have drew a little bit of money. I picked this up in Atlanta, and this was one card that I never showed from my Atlanta pickups. And it was stickered at $100, and I got it for $80. And I believe the last comp on this in a BGS 9 numbered out of 50 actually went for like $61. So to get the 9.5 and numbered out of 25 for $80, only $20 more, just made a hell of a lot of sense to me for a gamble. Another one of his that I picked up was a 2021 Select Silver and a PSA 10. Nothing super special here. This was a My Slabs purchase for $20. So I got $100 worth of Trey Lance here. Actually, to be fully transparent, I got another one of these coming in the mail from eBay that I won for $21. So I have $121 invested between 3 Trey Lance cards. I believe I can get all my money back on just this one. In fact, I have veriswap notification just go across my phone, and I'm getting a $150 trade value for this. So I could go ahead and take that trade value, and if it's highly liquid, then boom, I've already made my money back with a little extra on top. And that was a Saquon. Forgot. I've been taking a couple stabs at some position players. Saquon, maybe if he gets moved, maybe not. Still a great talent. This one's numbered out of 99, on-card auto optic. I can see that there's this here, but that looks like it's just a piece of fuzz. And I'll probably crack this out of this Panini in case and submit it. I bought this for $115. So there you go. There's the price. In a PSA 9, $200. I'm going to say easily. If it grades out a 10, or if I decide to BGS it, which I absolutely do not want to do. If it was to get a 9.5, it'd be good too. Sweet looking card, sort of a color match with the red on the Giants. The auto is clean. It's numbered out at 99. You know, when you're looking for cards that are appealing to others that you're going to typically want to sell, you're going to have to appeal to the masses, not necessarily buy what you like. You're going to want to look for serial numbered. You're going to want to look for color matches. You're going to want to look for on-card autos. You're going to want to look for graded or clean raw. So that's just the way that it is, the nature of the beast if you're planning on flipping cards. Speaking of cards, I did actually take a loss today. I sold a card that I actually featured in a video the other day, because I wasn't paying attention to what I was buying. I wasn't looking at the condition of the card. Just thought I was getting a killer deal. That was the Baker Mayfield tie-dye XRC from 2018. Right up here, numbered out of 25. I bought that in a raw state. Didn't look the photos over good enough, and the card was way off centered. I was hoping to break even on it. I paid $300 for it. I sold it on veriswap for $250. So I'm taking a $50 loss on that card. But I was going to have to find the right kind of person that wanted to buy a card that I guess they didn't necessarily want to grade and probably just wanted to collect or PC. So lucky enough, I get out from under that card at a $50 loss. Bonehead mistake on my part. Don't you guys do it. That's why I put that in a video the other day, so that you guys wouldn't make that mistake. I made that mistake for you. I'm a fool. I do good at flipping cards, and sometimes I just make mistakes like any other human would. However, you do not be human. Be perfect. Don't make the mistakes that I make. With that being said, I'm buying Kyler Murray and Justin Fields. Don't you do it. It's probably a mistake. I'm telling you. I'm just risking it for the biscuit because I'm playing with house money and I have fun with this. I have fun speculating. I have fun collecting. I speculate to collect. So this is just, you know, my buzz in the hobby. It's what I like to do this time of year. Buy up the quarterbacks, speculate, take them to the national, flip them. It worked really good for me last year. One of these times I'm going to fall flat on my face, look, but I'll recover and I'll be all right. So make sure that you do not over leverage or extend yourself on some of these cards. Buy what you're confident in and what you'd like, most importantly. And what I have here is an absolute banger. This card, if it grades out, will be a big hitter. This is the Orange Pulsar, Justin Fields, exactly what I'm talking about from Select. Rookie card. It is, color match with the orange. It's numbered 7 out of 7. So only 7 of these. Taking a big risk buying this raw to begin with. Taking a big risk on the player and the card. So, you know, double your trouble. But you can be making some bacon if it works out. So to save you guys, you know, your investigation on what I'm paying for cards and to actually save you more time, which is even more important, I'll go and show you. I paid $300 for that Justin Herbert up here on eBay. I think I was going to buy it now. We're on my eBay. There's a card on here that I really want. This Patrick Mahomes, as you can see, listed for $1,200. Panini Spectra Solar Eclipse and a BGS 9. These are super duper tough to grade. The pop reports on them, especially through PSA, are really low. And this is strong subgrades, all 9s with 195. This was listed for like $500 yesterday, and I offered $350. I got a counter offer of $400. I've also been trying to deal with the seller on Instagram. However, this card is vaulted, so it really doesn't benefit him to sell to me on Instagram because this is in the eBay vault. So he's going to get, you know, he's not going to get the fees that he typically would get from the old eBay auction house. But the price has been raised up to $1,200. So the price has more than doubled yesterday. I don't know if it's because it's Super Bowl Sunday or not. But, you know, this is just the price. I'm not saying this is what the value is. But I still have my counter offer sitting here at $400. So I really like this card personally. I could buy this card to flip it. However, I wouldn't mind getting a couple nice Patrick Mahomes cards to start putting away. Not to PC because there's just so much, but just to have some nice Patrick Mahomes in my inventory. So I think I'm going to go ahead and snap this one up for $400. Lazy Daisy. You ready for the Super Bowl? What do you think? We just got a Patrick Mahomes card. We're going to put it in our collection. So guys, depending on how long the video runs, I may not get around to showing you me evaluating some of my raw cards today. I will put that in an upcoming video if I don't, because the video is starting to run long. But something that I wasn't expecting, and again, this is just happening in real time for me, even though it's not live stream. The seller that I bought the Patrick Mahomes Solar Eclipse from also showed me that they had an Obsidian Color Blast that you can see here in the photo. Wondering if I was interested, and you know, I don't do much with the Color Blast for the right price though, guys, and if I think it can be graded, if I think that if it makes sense, then maybe I would, you know, make a run at this card. He showed me a listing that was listed in a PSA 10 that's listed at 2,000. I'm not sure what they're going for, so of course I'm going to do my homework. That's why I feel like it's very important to show you guys this. And he's looking for 500 to 600 for his raw value, as you can see right here. Fair enough if he paid 450. I don't know because I don't dabble in this market, but to do my research, I'm going to head over to 130 point, look for some comps. I see a couple comps here. I see the last PSA 10 doing 12.35 on February 3rd. Also, guys, I'm filming this before the Super Bowl. Again, I can't stress that enough whenever talking about Patrick Mahomes cards. I also see a best offer accepted here on a $1,500 for $1,250. So one would assume that, okay, this is comping at about $1,200. The listing that he showed me was a listing for $2,000. But I also want to make sure that just because this is a comp on 130 point that it's legit, okay? So we got to hit back over to the eBay, and you can see the 1235 right here. Now, on February 11th, a best offer was accepted on one for $1,300. However, that hasn't posted to 130 point yet, so we don't know what the best offer accepted value was. So we're going to go into these two here. As you can see, 1235 and 1110 are the last two recent comps for auctions. There is one on January 14th for $799. So let's go in and look at this $799 one. This is a an $800 comp. And we're always going to check the bid history because you want to check the legitimacy of these sales. Here we have 22 feedback winning it, 789 at 2821. I mean, this could, if this card is selling for 400 to 500 raw, then 800 on a PSA 10 does make sense. If you just play the values out, don't know if that auction comp is actually legit. Not going to say that it's not. However, if you go up here to the most recent, or the second to most recent on January 20th, you have serial number ending in 341, seller Lana 2326 at 1110, 36 bids. And we're going to run down the bid history, and we're going to see where a zero feedback won this auction at 1110. There was also a 473 in at 1100. A couple 20s in there, the zero feedback again. To me, I would not trust this comp. Even more so to prove my point, we're going to go up to the next one that sold after at 1235. Again, we're going to look at the serial number on this one. And as you can see, it's 341 again. So this is the exact same card. And what do you know, the exact same seller, Lana 2326. 1235. We're going to check the bid history. Now, I'm not trying to incriminate this seller. Their auction could be getting shilled by people that they don't know. I've had my personal auctions before shilled by people because they're trying to increase the value of their cards by falsifying my sales, and I've had to take issue with eBay and cancel bidders and block people and everything else. This one, the buyer with 2440. However, if you look at the feedbacks here again, zero feedback at 500. Another zero feedback bidder pushes this to 1210. So again, I just would not be comfortable making an offer on this card.
Literally shifting gears, and it's dark. I'm in a suit. I'm headed to work for the Super Bowl. Me and the crazy one, kind of hoping that Mahomes takes home another Super Bowl. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking about the Color Blast. I made a deal with someone on Instagram, another card I decided I would pass on. And again, always end your deals very cordially. As you can see, I'll go ahead and push my last post up here where I tell him, hey, it's a great card, thanks for showing me, but I just don't feel comfortable making it an offer. So again, you want to build those relationships and get your deals. A lot of times you can get better deals off of the platforms and on Instagram if you can develop good relationships and trustworthy relationships.
Super Bowl just ended, guys. I'm at work. As you guys know, Chiefs won. Patrick Mahomes, another Super Bowl. You're watching this in the future because you'll be watching this on Monday, hopefully. Got some notification from veriswap as soon as the game was over. I guess not a whole lot of dealing going down. People engulfed by the game, and now I'm starting to get some notifications coming through. We'll hit veriswap for about 30, 40 seconds before we wrap the video just to see what cards out of my inventory people are interested in. Make this quick here on veriswap. The Patrick Mahomes Panini 1 Surge case hit. I'll show you guys some bigger pictures. Picked up for, this is in a PSA 9, picked up for $315.
I have an offer on this right now at $450 value. We'll see what I can do with that. And we'll also see how his market is now that the Super Bowl is over and he has won another Super Bowl. Number 2 is the Contenders Optic Red PSA 10 Kyler Murray. My Kyler Murray stuff is starting to get some interest, so that's pretty optimistic right now for me. Picked this one up for $350-ish on PWCC. Got a value offer of $650 on that. And then a bigger card up here, the Flawless Kyler Murray, which lots of people have showed interest in. Again, this one was picked up for around $500, between $450, $500-ish. And I have 1,000 value on this, and I'm getting offers left and right. Just haven't been able to find anything that I'm looking for. To browse their inventory real quick, the same guy wants both Kyler Murrays. He's got some heavy hitters in here, some Tua stuff. Don't know if there's anything in here that I'm interested in. If I'm going to prospect on a quarterback, it's Kyler Murray. I'm not looking for high-end Trevor Lawrence or Tua. And then again, on the Mahomes cards in the same price range as Jalen Waddle, there's a Josh Allen insert, Trevor Lawrence. I'm not willing to move Patrick Mahomes for those players. Just doesn't make sense, especially right now. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the video. Hope you enjoyed your Super Bowl and your night. Hope you were careful. Everything went well. I'll see you guys in the next video.